No way you guys actually got critically acclaimed actor Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Okay.
No way you guys actually got critically acclaimed actor Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield never left. Right, I'm still here.
Hi, Andrew Garfield.
There's no way. Hey, I go home, but there's no way.
Is that a spoiler?
Oi.
Confirmed. Andrew Garfield is going to be in Spider-Man 3-3. It's going to be Spider-Man 3-3 because that means it's Spider-Man 3-2, and it's going to be Spider-Man 3-3. Because Andrew Garfield's in it, it's going to be Spider-Man 3-2.
My birthday is in a few days. Okay. My birthday's in a few days, the 14th, which is on Tuesday. I'll be at work. I'm turning 21. All I'm saying is some well-edited dancing balloons would be spectacular. Well, ready, Grif?
Happy birthday from Goldwynn Dinner Crew. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So what's your signature drinks at the bar?
Oh, okay. So I feel like there's two ways to take this. We could talk about what we, as human beings, outside of this club, prefer to drink. But I don't think that's interesting. I think they're asking, what does the Goldwynn Dinner Club, what are our drinks? And so I think...
strawberry daiquiris.
Ooh.
Margaritas.
Margs.
All of our drinks are like guilty pleasure drinks.
And listen. We put Everclear in the margaritas, dude. We're not gonna. We don't screw you on the quality of the drink. It tastes good, but we're gonna get you there.
We put Tide Pods in the daiquiris, and
we've been told to stop, and we're not going to.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not.
Well, you got to do something with those Tide Pods. It's bad for the environment.
And you know what? We also serve. We also serve that you should think about drinking water. Have some water. We've got it on tap. None of that sparkling bottled stuff. Sorry. And the tap is actually pretty bad, but you should consider hydrating. You really should consider it. Oh my God. Can't believe you have special guest Andrew Garfield. But here's the thing. I can't believe Andrew Garfield threatened to slap Grif and Parker just stood there. Hey, I was in shock that he was on the show and that he agreed to be on it and that it really, really was him and it didn't sound completely off or like a cartoon character that sounds nothing like him.
My favorite part of the comment.
You already did the bit about 3-3.
Just read the comment, Parker.
Oh my God, I can't believe special guest Andrew Garfield of Spider-Man 3-3 and or Spider-Man 2-2 fame.
Yeah.
Threatened to
That's going to catch on. That's going to catch on.
And Parker just stood there. Okay,
people are going to start calling them Spider-Man 1-3, Spider-Man 2-2.
we know from experience on past, if you're a frequent listener of At the Bar, that there are moments where I'll go to bat for Grif, and there are moments where I just keep walking. You know what I mean? Because I know Grif can... I'm lying when I say I know it's because Grif can handle his business. It's because I'm scared, and I don't want anything to do with it, and I'm not about to muscle up to a superhero. So I know which side my bread is buttered on, and it's the side that doesn't get me punched by renowned actor and Spider-Man.
I have a really good grasp on my business, and I'm not worried about being slapped in the face by Andrew Garfield because I would have to be.
I thought you handled that.
And it would be too much work.
Look, I thought you handled that in a very butch, very masculine, just you didn't care. He threatened to slap you and you were so unthreatened. Yeah, you handled your business.
Well, to be fair, you were standing between us. So I was just going to stand behind you.
I would have ran. I would have ducked.
I'm sure Parker could do a great impression of Bev Bighead from Rocco's Modern Life. Also, I did know about your old Smart Club shorts, and they were hilarious. Agreed?
Yeah.
Oh, Rocco!
That's not bad.
Can't have it. Yeah, I'll go into Pinky a little bit.
Yeah. Hold on, can we do a little? Can we do a little Pinky and Bev Bighead? Oh, Pinky, you're such a wonderful neighbor. I never liked that.
Get off my yard!
You don't have to be rude. Get off. He chose
It still
violence
hurts,
immediately.
It still hurts.
We would always do it last. We always record Pinky last.
Yeah.
What's funny is every other character, we need a few takes to get it just right, but you always nail Pinky on the first take. Lawyer. The back seatage on these playthroughs is through the roof. Well, look, it's not that. And Grif, yeah, thank you. It's not that I'm trying to be super annoying. It's just that we really want to show you as much of this game as possible. Because I think if I left Grif to play this by himself, he would still be in that house.
I would think that that's the whole game. Actually.
He's like, this is beautifully modeled, and you could do so much. You could put the baby in the
There's
Grif.
so many things that we didn't get to stop and look at.
Yeah.
We just blew right past the whole Lady Domitrix. We just blew right past that.
You want a ladder to get out of that hole, or you want to keep going down?
You don't need a ladder to go down a hole. You just need faith.
To get out of it, you just need faith. Oh my god. So yes, I'm sorry if it is annoying, but I'm trying to keep it moving so you guys can see the whole game. Even though one of these episodes, I think in that great scene where the Lady Domitrix is talking on the phone, I just talked over it the whole time, and I feel bad if anyone hasn't seen this game. But there are plenty of long plays out there. We're trying to bring you the Goldwynn Dinner Club experience, and that's what this is all about. And as always, thank you for joining us there. What's this next one?
Is it my turn?
I think it's your turn.
Oh. 205. Wow, that dynamic Parker talking about sounds awfully familiar. Wait, did I say that right? Wow,
yeah.
that dynamic Parker talking about sounds awfully familiar. That dynamic Parker.
Yeah, that dynamic Parker's talking about sounds awfully familiar.
That dynamic. Got it. Okay. Wow, that dynamic Parker talking about sounds awfully familiar. Huh. Feel like I've seen that in a recent show or something. Emoticon weird.
See, I told you it takes about 3 takes to get it right when he's not doing Pinky. If he had read that as Pinky.
I'll do the next one as Pinky.
Okay. So here's the thing. Yes, I don't think that at any point in making my show was I Jungle Book. It just, I remember the show was made and I watched Jungle Book and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. No, I've seen, there's a lot of stuff that I've seen after the fact though. There's a lot, all the best shows, movies, properties, whatever, have that good Triforce kind of dynamic. It's a good comedy trio. It's a good comedy trio. It works even as a duo, but when you add that third element, you get a lot more contrast out of it. That's what comedy's all about. It's about drawing attention through that beautiful contrast. So, yeah, Jungle Book, great movie. Great movie.
Did you ever notice that the show Tailspin stole a bunch of ideas from the show Jungle Book?
No, really? Like what?
Yeah. Well, so there were these birds in Jungle Book that could fly, and in that show, it's all about airplanes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's a character named Kit Cloud Kicker because he surfs in the air and he pops off of clouds, and it's just
ripping off the vultures who fly around towards the end.
Yeah, again, the vultures.
Who are very
reference to the vultures.
And the vultures were this insanely original, character with a 4-person musical group with mop top hair, something I had never seen before.
No,
just
that was
that
original.
4-part harmony, super insanely original.
Yeah.
The Sherpa performance review with Grif saying, I don't know what that is, so F. Feels like it could be a whole comedy routine. I also enjoy Parker's 1950s old-timey huckster voice. Thank you, and yeah, you know what? I do think it could be a comedy routine. Grif and I definitely have a classic Laurel and Hardy type bit. You know what I mean? Vaudeville, we would have tried to make it happen. Maybe have ended up penniless and on the streets, but we would have tried. I think that's where our strength comes from. We know what we bring to the table. I think that, you know what I think the core of our dynamic is? I keep trying to put it into words. We have great chemistry, but I think it really is that each of us thinks we're the superior one. I think that's it.
Put it.
I think that's, I finally have tried to boil it down. It's each of us, each of us really truly believes what we
in
bring
a way,
to the table
in a way
is superior.
where it's like the other person could never understand why that's true.
Yeah, so we never say it. We never
There's
say
no point
I'm
in saying it because you'll never understand.
Yes, I'm the leader because obviously I do all this, and it's like, well, he wouldn't understand because I am actually the leader, and I'll let him make a fool of himself. Like, we think the other one is the fool and that we're the leader, and I think that's where it comes from. And I put that into, I say it's the first time I put it into words because it's not a bit. It's just how we genuinely are, and we lean into it a little bit, but yeah, that's where we're at. Oh my God. Do you really want to read this last comment as Pinky? Look at the comment and then decide.
Here we go.
No, because real quick, this whole comment is about.
As for the ASMR sounds at the beginning, 8 out of 10 for y'all's whispering, 0 out of 10 for Parker's noises. I love y'all, but lip smacking bath sounds from any source can frig off. And I dread to imagine how a mukbang with the Duke would be. Garlic heads and mysterious butt cigars pulled from parts unknown aside.
You don't want to read the rest.
I enjoy
Please
ASMR
take a
at
break.
times from specific instances of things, but I do not enjoy all ASMR. Can even
Please stop.
can
Please
even
stop.
viscerally hate certain stimuli that others may get ASMR from. I feel that what triggers an ASMR response depends on the person,
doing
and
it
that
all.
there can be much deeper nuances to it, such as the context as to how the stimuli was produced, if it was intentional or not, if it feels like a personal experience, if it compounds upon feelings of nostalgia, or even if it's from a person or character that they like making some sound would otherwise be indifferent to or hate.
Real quick. Give you.
Conversely,
Oh my
if
God.
you do have an extremely negative response to certain sounds, I've learned recently that a possible explanation may be a misophonia,
Misophonia.
which is a disorder of decreased tolerance to specific sounds or stimuli. Hope this has been kind of a comment you wanted. Thanks for the wholesome fine dining experience.
Okay, take a break. Thank you, Pink. Thank you, Pinky. Dear God, I don't think we've ever had to go that long with that character. It's normally just like lawyer, and then he's gone.
No, yeah.
So one.
I loved when he would yell lawyer.
Pinky's the ultimate Karen, like 100%. So real quick, this is an excellent comment, and I know we talk about the quality of our comments all the time, but we asked for one like this, and we got it. Like, this was very smart. I feel enlightened about a topic that, people poke a lot of fun at because it's just kind of new, but I actually learned a lot here, and it makes, like, I have a deeper understanding of the subject, and I also got, like, a little bit of a personal input on it, which is nice. So thank you for enlightening us here. I agree. I agree on 0 out of 10 for the lip smack. Like, I know what I was doing is awful. I would do that in the records all the time, and one of our production coordinators would just get so upset. I just had to do it. I had to go, yeah, you want another take? Okay, here's another take. One more thing I wanted to say. I'm giving your voice a break, Grif. You need it. But with this part you
I
read.
just want to say that I read the whole comment out loud. And I retained none of it because I blacked out the whole time.
I tried to give you a break because you read a certain part here, which actually is funny. And this is what I want to hear in the comments below. I want to hear from Pinky fans and people who don't like listening to Pinky, because it says it compounds upon feelings of nostalgia, or even if it's from a person or character that they like making a sound they would otherwise be indifferent to or hate. So they're talking about the input that a character who makes a sound you like has on ASMR. And Pinky, people like it, but I don't know that they like to hear him. So we just kind of unintentionally did real reverse ASMR here. Like, that's probably the worst thing ever to listen to. Maybe we should put a warning, like, take your headphones out for this one. But
Just
I
throw
wanna
your headphones away.
They talked about misphonia. I thought it was misophonia. I thought there was an A in there.
Brain banks.
Brain banks.
Searching
And-
of brain banks.
searching. It is misophonia. So sorry to correct your typo, but it's misophonia. Yeah, which is a disorder where people are like, I can't hear people chewing or this type of noise. So this was an incredibly informative comment. We love this type of stuff. This is the kind of intellect. This is the type of diner that we attract at our restaurant. The you know what I mean? The literati, the cognoscentes, the intelligentsia, these smarties.
Because you're saying, because you referred to them as diners. It'd be funny if you actually got if you meant a diner as in like a greasy spoon restaurant. If we could just attract smaller restaurants into our bigger restaurant.
This is the type of restaurant we like. So come inside. Yeah, we're a food court. Goldwynn Dinner Club is a food court, and we sell. Frankly, it's not good for you, most of this food. But again, I just want to give you this maybe the third time. But thank you for such an informative comment. This is the kind of fascinating stuff we like to get into. But we can't always, stop our video to go deep diving. So thank you very much. It was super informative. Well, oh my God. It has been quite a week. We're still trudging through Resident Evil. We're going to continue playing that. Do you want to update them on possible short in the future?
Yeah, well, we've got one coming up probably on Thursday of next week.
So look out for that.
Yeah, it's so short. If I say anything else, I'll basically just say the whole thing.
So we can't ruin it at all. But there's another one. There's another one coming. It takes time for this quality.
It takes time to make a thing go right, and
it
takes time to make it out of sight.
It takes time to make it out of sight.
And I'm trying to make this cartoon as out of sight as humanly possible. That's why I'm posting it to YouTube.
Damn.
That was such a good joke. It made me laugh while I said it.
Ooh, wee. Yeah, I just want to read that ASMR comment in every voice possible, and then just let it become the new copy pasta of Goldwynn Dinner Club. Well, yeah, more Resident Evil coming up. We're approaching Spooky Month. We'll have to look into some other spooky opportunities. I want there to be a way for us to play
Bowser's Fury. That we could do that.
We should do that. Is there a way we could play Luigi's Mansion on here?
Which one?
The first one. I guess we could play the online mode of the third one. That one's kind of weird. That could be.
Oh, I've never done the online mode. I guess there is an online mode in there.
Yeah, it's robust, but I'm I don't come to Luigi for that.
Doesn't Mario Odyssey have a spooky level? That's just the first level.
It has one spooky level that there's only a boss.
Yeah.
That could be interesting, though. We could explore spooky levels of games.
Oh.
A special. A Goldwynn Dinner special. So, yeah, we'll be trying to get y'all some spooky content further in the future, but stick around for Resident Evil. Things really start heating up, and we really are trying to show you as much as we can. So, it's been a great week. Grif, I've enjoyed spending it with you. Thank you for joining me today at the bar.
And everything's going to be okay.
Goodbye, yeah. Ooh.